Today I'm going to show you how the asset management module of the software works. But asset management works also in tandem with the accounting module. So since this I'm using a new account, I'm going to just quickly do a few things first. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some money in the account so that we'll be able to purchase an asset. Then we'll go to the asset register and create the asset. We see how the depreciation is calculated and how that impacts on all the reports in the accounting part of the software. So let's get started. I'm just going to first log in, and I don't have multiple branches, so it takes me right in. If I have branches, I would have had to select which branch I want to log on to. So I'll go to the accounting module and use the journal entries to just assume the business is starting with, say, 10 million naira. So I'm going to put some money in one of the accounts, and then I also populate the relevant account. So let's assume this business started on the 1st of April. So we just want to say there was an initial capital of about 10 million. For accountants. They know that that's going to be that's an asset. So that's going to be, let's say, 10 million naira. So that's going to be credit, while we're going to debit our UBA account with the same value, so that we make sure we have some money in the account. So once this takes us out of this page, we know that this record has been properly entered. So the next thing we're going to do right away is going to accounting again. I'll go to expenses under accounting, other expenses, and I'm going to just assume that I expended some money. Hopefully we'll be able to do that since we have some money. So if I have a reference number, I can put that. If you don't, the system is going to generate one. So today, 27th of this month, we can say purchase of Toyota Hilux number, assuming it has a code, and then this is going to be, I'm going to look for one of the accounts we already have populated, the fixed assets, and we bought that vehicle for 5 million naira. Okay, from UBA account is where we are paying this money from. And I'll leave everything as this and just click create expense. Am I sure? I click yes, and then our expense has been entered at 5 million. So we're going to quickly go to the assets register now and register this asset so that we see how the depreciation is calculated. Now, the asset register does much more than that, but let's just get down to business. I click create new. I want to create a new asset, but sadly I have not created asset categories, so it's better I first create the asset categories by clicking create new asset categories. So I can say vehicles, I can say houses or buildings. Let me add one more, buildings, and I'm done creating the asset category. So I can go back to asset now and start creating my assets. So I bought a Hilux car, and we need to make sure, because there might be different Hilux cars, so I'm adding it with the number here, description, which want more descriptions, and more description about it. And we bought it for 5 million naira. The salvage value, let's assume the salvage value is 800,000 naira, and the lifespan is for let's say 4 years. So that's going to be 48 months, right? I guess yes, 12, 24, yes, 48. The category is vehicles, and then the date of the purchase. So this can actually be backdated, but let's assume it's today. It's this month, and then we just click it's today we did the purchase, and I click create. The moment I click create, you can see that's created. Told us what the salvage value is, the lifespan, depreciation, annual depreciation, the monthly is also here. And when I click the asset itself, and come down and do a couple of things. So the first thing is, you if you If you generate income from it, you can enter it as mainly for transport businesses. If you make expenses, you can do that so that you have an idea about whether you are making a profit or a loss. But our concern now is depreciation. And you can see that it has calculated depreciation from May, June, July, and all that. So right from the beginning to the end. Now, what is the implication of this in our accounts? So I'm going to go to accounting and go to reports very quickly. That's somewhere at the bottom. Yes, some in your system it might be shown as accounting reports, and I can check, for example, my annual general ledger to see what has happened here, whether it has populated anything. At least the annual general ledger is going to show you the two legs of it, both the debits and the credit, the accounts affected, both the debits and the credit. While we wait for that to open, you can also check your, we can also use the annual income statement also, because I think cumulative depreciation, I think depreciation is also part of that, and then the balance sheet. So these three reports should be able to give us an idea of what has happened here. So let's start with the income statement. I'm going to pick for this so you can see already. Um, Okay, let's search for the whole, this is the balance sheet for this branch. So we can search for the whole year, and you can see the fixed assets of 5 million is already there. Let's search for the whole year so that it makes more sense. Okay, so you can see what has happened here. That's populated the records. We get to income statement, and remember it's a monthly thing as far as the income statement is concerned. So you can see the depreciation expense for the month alone, for the, okay, this is showing for the whole year. So if you check the income statement for the month, you are going to see the relevant depreciation expense for that month alone. And of course, you've not entered the expenses and other things. So this income statement is not correct yet. It's just an example to show. And then if we check the general ledger, we get I think it gives you a better sense of what has happened here. So we can see very clearly that UBA had this amount received, it has spent this, and this is the balance in this account. The cumulated depreciation for the whole year is this. You can check the monthly ledger to see that for this specific month, all in this accounting reports here. And at the end of the day, it has balanced at the bottom, so you can take your time and take a look at all this. And this is basically it. But just to give you a pic because of your question, at the top here is accounting report. So this report concerns this branch alone, but this one's in green now concern the entire company. Remember, the software supports multiple branches, and you might want to have a consolidated view or a company snapshot of the various activities. So enables you manage multiple branches and sometimes even subsidiaries of the same business from the same interface. So, and because I'm the super admin, that's why I'm seeing all this. So there are user roles. Many users will not have to see this at all. If you don't have access, you don't see this thing. So thank you very much for the time. And I'll be happy if you can share. If you have questions, I'll be very happy to answer them. Thank you.